Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are joined here by our friend, Tina Allison. Excited to have her with her full-service art studio based out of Hillsborough, New Jersey. So much fun for the whole family, from mom and me programs, kids through adults, and there's so many aspects to what she does. Let me have Tina say hello. How's it going today?
It's great, Jill. How are you? Thanks for
pleasure having you back. So for those new-time listeners out there, let's remind them a little bit about your company. Tell us what you do.
Yes, we are a full-service art studio located in Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Tina, hi. For new-time listeners out there, would you mind explaining a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. We
may have lost our guest. All right, stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to the show. Are you here with us today?
I'm here.
Good, we got you. We lost you. Yeah. Scrap U Artistry Too. Please introduce yourself and company to us.
Sorry about the glitch there, Jill.
That's okay.
I'm Tina, and I'm from Scrap U Artistry Too. We're a full-service art studio located in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And today I think I'd like to talk to you about a couple of really cool things. First and foremost, we have a program coming up. I think last week we had talked a little bit about our adult programs, and we have a series of them coming up on Friday nights at least once a month. They're always from 7 to 9 p.m., and they're all BYOB. And tomorrow we're actually having a homemade jewelry class. So for those who might be interested in learning how to make jewelry, this is an amazing class. All supplies are included. You can bring your snacks and drinks and leave the rest to us. No experience necessary, and you can come walking away with some amazing pieces of jewelry. And then coming up for the fall, we're going to be having an adult night out in September on the 15th. All these will be posted. Yep, all of these will be posted on our website. We'll be doing a fun one for Halloween. We'll be doing a fall one, dot painting again in November. And then last but not least, we'll be doing an acrylic pouring in December for all the holidays, for Hanukkah, for Christmas. So we'll have a lot of adult programs coming up.
This is exciting. Oh, my goodness. I love this Halloween stuff. Tell me about the holidays. What happens here? What type of things specifically for Halloween and for, like, Christmas, Hanukkah? I want to hear some of the holiday stuff.
So every year for the holidays, we try to come up with some new creative ideas for the whole family to celebrate and add decor to their houses, right? So something that will last more than one time, So we have come up every year with some sort of mom and me, some sort of kids-only activity, and then an adult-only activity. So for this year, one of our Friday night events is going to be a Halloween pumpkin pouring class. So it's similar to our acrylic pouring, which I had said last week. You guys should check it out online. It's an amazing, fun, color mixing explosion of color, and the kids and the adults both get a huge kick out of it. But this time we're going to be color pouring on pumpkins. And then what we're going to do as a follow-up class, like we do with all our acrylic pouring classes, is we're going to take the skins, which is basically the paint that's dripped at the bottom, and coagulated into these really cool spirally colors, and we're going to cut them out and put them onto wood pieces for kids. So similarly, if it's October, we'll probably do pumpkins or leaves or something fall-related that they can hang on their windows or hang in their room, and they'll get to paint one side and then put the skins on the other. So it's something long-lasting that will kind of be a recycle of the first project. So that's a really unique thing, and I can guarantee you nobody else is doing that.
Ooh, I love this holiday stuff. It's not too early to talk about the holidays. This is great.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a little too early for some people, including myself, because...
No. I shop at Costco, and they already have Halloween decorations out, so it's not.
I know. Little sad. I'm still going to encourage all my listeners to come out and enjoy some of our summer fun, though, because we have so much going on still for the rest of the summer. But one thing I do want to share with you that I wanted to talk about and see if any callers had any questions is we do a lot of recycled crafts, and we do a lot of projects that you can find with supplies from your own home or get things from the dollar store. Because a lot of times if you go to large craft stores or take classes at other large vicinities, they want you to purchase a lot of material up front. And you are spending a lot of money up front on a project or a skill that you may not want to pursue long term. And then you end up having all these supplies and they sit around and they don't get used. For us, one of the things that we teach, even our youngest, our littles in our programs, is that you can use household products and turn them into crafts. We use bottle caps, we use bottles, we use dirt, we use sand from the beach and use it as a memento for your next project. Chipboard, which it comes on the back of any notepad that you have laying around your house, or your notebooks from school. All those things can be crafty and make amazing things. You can make your own Play-Doh. You can make your own chalk. There are so many things that you can do that we teach in our studio, especially in our summer camp and our kids' day off camp. And we encourage our students and our families to purchase supplies at a very low, reasonable cost. There's no reason that you have to spend an exorbitant amount of money, especially if you're a beginner.
Awesome. And let's remind everyone how we could reach you.
Absolutely. So we can be reached by our website, which is ScrapU.NJ.com. And there's a contact us form. Our phone number is also on there, which is 732-239-5003. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have a TikTok and a YouTube page. All of those are accessible through our website. We have a newsletter that we send out once a week, and something new that we're going to be starting is a blog. So we're going to be doing how-to videos on our blog to incorporate some of those recycled items so that people can do those things from home.
Awesome. All right. What other things do you want to share about your work and, of course, everyone that you're helping here at the studio?
Yes, so one thing also I'd like to do is promote that we are looking for assistants. Art assistants right now, especially for the fall. A lot of our college students that have been helping out, their art students, are going to be going back to college and not able to work with us. So we are going to be looking for an art assistant in our studio in Hillsborough. So if any of you are crafty and have any fine art skills, we're specifically looking for somebody who's got some fine art experience and wants to teach. Or loves what they do and wants to share some of their skill sets with us, please reach out to us. So we're definitely looking. Also, we're looking for additional bloggers, people to join our blog, and you'll have access to all the supplies free in our studio and discounts on some of our programs. And then lastly, I do want to share that we still have room in our summer camp program. Next week is our sewing camp for kids, and adults have come as well. So that is available. We also have our littles camp and our regular kids art camp. Those camps are coming up July 31st, August 7th, August 14th, August 21st, and August 28th. All those weeks still have a few spots left. So I would love to see some families, especially newcomers, come to the studio. And if you contact us in advance, and let us know you heard us on the air here, then I can give you a $25 discount toward any camp.
We like discounts.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. And is there like a most popular type of craft or, scrapbooking? What's the most popular, would you say, at your place?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, our fine art drawing and painting lessons has always been a big hit. Because our program is very diverse, it's very unique in the sense that we meet each child where they're at, and teach them the skills that they're ready to learn versus just age-appropriate skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we talk to each child in the exact format that they would need to learn the skill, not just if they're 7, then we talk to them like a 7-year-old versus using language that a 15-year-old could understand. A brush, a specific brush, like a fan brush, it's always going to be a fan brush, whether you're 6 years old or you're 15 years old. So we teach very specific terminology so that the kids can learn that. And it's repetitive and it's not required to learn immediately, but it's something that I think really drills down to the kids, and we always explain the why behind the work. I think for kids that's really important. Instead of just being told to paint this or do this, they need to understand the why behind the work that they're doing so that they understand what happens and the process in which they're doing it. So I think that that's something that we really take pride in, and it's something that we train all of our staff to do.
And also, you mentioned this, goes back to your mother used to do a lot of crafting. Tell us a little bit about your background, because we do have new listeners each and every week.
Yeah, my mom was always very crafty when I was growing up. When I was a kid, she had started this business making centerpieces for bar mitzvahs and parties and graduations and so forth, and she would organize, family block parties and garage sales to raise money, doing fundraising. So I was always sitting around the table, coloring, doing my own thing, but listening and taking it in. And then when I got old enough, I would start to participate in putting the centerpieces together. My favorite were the candy ones. We used to do these big candy centerpieces with foam and balloons and ribbons. It was amazing, and I loved that. But so, my mom then started working in event planning, and so did my sister later on in life. And so I started working in that environment as well, so learning how to do large-scale events, and then just started branching out from there, doing event planning on my own, and then opening my studio. And really that all started from crafting and scrapbooking, learning and taking classes, a bunch of different mediums when I would go to scrapbook expos and so forth. And then teaching enrichment in my son's school that my best friend at the time, Mary Ann, had set up and asked me to teach. And then one day, parents kept asking me, can I have this for my kid's birthday party? Do you have a business? And I kept saying no. And then I guess after the 3rd year, I finally said, yeah, sure, join my mailing list. And they all wrote their names down and went home and signed up and created an LLC. And that's how Scrap U began.
So it runs in the family.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what about the sewing camp? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so sewing camp is amazing. One of the things that we are doing in our sewing camp is our beginner sewers get to, as in all our sewing classes, they're on the machine the first day, in front of a machine, whether they have been on one before or not. It's amazing because we do training on the machine. They learn, again, all of the aspects of the machine, all the terminology of the machine, and they really have a good time. And I can tell you that kids are like sponges. When they want something, they can pick it up so instantaneously. And our sewing camp, we have a morning program and an afternoon program. Our morning program is open to all students, experienced and beginners. And next week, we're actually making gauze beach cover-ups in a variety of different colors with pom-pom fringe. And the kids will get to learn how to measure their bodies and cut out their own patterns and create their own patterns, sew their own beach cover-up that they can enjoy for years. So it's going to be really exciting and really fun. And then in the afternoon, we're doing actually a 3-piece vinyl beach tote set. So that's for more experienced students, anybody who understands how to use the machine and had previously taken any of our sewing classes before or had been sewing at home. But that's going to be a really exciting project because, again, a beach bag and the little accessory totes that come with it is something that they'll have for years to come and say they made that. We do have another sewing camp coming up in August. It's August 21st to 25th. And again, the morning camp is learning how to make a block patchwork blanket, which is going to be super fun. We have a ton of really bright colored materials that the kids can pick, and then they learn how to line the inside of the blanket. And then in the afternoon, for our more experienced students, we're making denim jean pocketbooks with funky straps. So out of adult pairs of jeans, they're going to be hacking them off and sewing them and creating their own handles and designs on the jeans. It's going to be super exciting and super fun.
Awesome. Well, we do still have just a few minutes left in the show. What other aspect of your crafting and work did you want to share? Any experiences, any testimonies of people that have come to classes? What are they saying about you?
Well, if you visit our website at ScrapUNJ.com, you'll see quite a few videos of a lot of our students in action. Our Girl Scout troops that come back year after year for their badges, their end-of-year parties. They just love the experiences that they get because we always try to think outside of the box and provide them for new and unique opportunities. So the cool thing about us is if you want it, we'll try to accommodate you. If it's on the schedule and you can't make the date, we'll still try to accommodate you with a different day and a different date and time. We do our best to work around your schedule and be as flexible as possible. We're open 6 days a week, and the 7th day is by appointment. We host birthday parties, fundraising events, school events. We're doing this new amazing program called our Fine Arts Skills Labs that we're going to be continuing in the fall, which is for our students, both adults and kids who are a little more advanced, that understand different aspects of drawing and painting and the fine arts. And we're going to be teaching intensives each week, and they'll be about 2 hours long, so they'll have an hour of actually intensive curriculum and practice. And then each week they'll create an actual piece, learning from the skills that they've mastered that day. So in a matter of 6 weeks, they'll go home with 6 different projects, learning 6 different skill sets.
Well, we all appreciate that. And you mentioned art. What type of art specifically? What types of art are you painting? I know some people do oil, people do. What do you specify as art?
Yeah.
Just curious in general.
So good question. We are doing graphic pencil. We're doing charcoals. We are doing colored pencils. We're doing acrylics. We're doing watercolor and gouache. Those are some of our highlights in the mediums. We're doing quill ink and India ink now, so that's another new fun medium that we've been exploring, and some of our kids are addicted to it. The quill, it's almost like back in the old days watching people sign the Declaration with the quill pen, It's super fun, and the kids are really, really enjoying it. So that is some of the highlights that we do in our fine art program.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to have you back soon. Hopefully we'll do a Zoom soon as well, right? And
yes,
we'd love to hear some of the people that have taken your classes. They would love to bring them on the show as well.
That would be wonderful. I will do my best to arrange that.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Would you remind us all again how we can reach you?
Absolutely. So you can contact us on our website at Scrap, SCRAP, the letter U, NJ.com. That's ScrapUNJ.com, or via phone at 732-239-5003.
Great. Thank you so much.
On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a fantastic day. And to all of our listeners, stay tuned. More of the show is on the way.
Thanks, Jill.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.